Hello, I'm Stevie Dogs from siift, and I'm going to explain risk management for startups. Are you ready to face the reality that almost 90% of startups don't make it past 5 years? Ask yourself what's really taking down these ventures. Is it lack of funding or fierce competitors, or is it something far more preventable? Truth is, many startups fail because they ignore the very thing that could save them: effective risk management. Today we're going to break down why understanding and managing risk is not just important, but essential for surviving and thriving in the unpredictable startup world. Imagine navigating a stormy sea without a map. That's what running a business without risk management feels like. Risk management is a strategic process where you identify, assess, and mitigate potential challenges that could derail your progress. It's not about fear, it's about foresight. By being proactive, you turn potential threats into opportunities and build a durable foundation for growth. Let's start by looking at the major categories of risk-facing startups. Financial risks revolve around money management, funding, and revenue stability. Picture cash flow limitations, unexpected expenses, or challenges in securing investment. Market risks come from competition, changing customer preferences, and technological disruptions. They show up as new competitors, shifting trends, or customer loyalty issues. Operational risks stem from day-to-day processes and resources inefficiencies, talent acquisition struggles, or scalability problems. Technological risks arise when outdated systems or cybersecurity threats hold you back. And regulatory risks remind you that changing laws, tax rules, and licensing requirements can affect your path. By understanding these categories, you can be prepared for what's ahead. So how do you build an effective risk management framework? First, you need comprehensive risk identification and assessment. You can't mitigate what you don't see, so get curious about all the potential pitfalls across your business areas. Next, develop mitigation strategies and contingency plans. Don't wait for a crisis to strike. Map out your response ahead of time. Then implement real-time monitoring and feedback mechanisms. Think dashboards, alerts, and regular check-ins that help you see trouble coming. Maintain financial flexibility by keeping cash buffers and allocating resources wisely. And most importantly, cultivate a culture of risk awareness. Encourage everyone on your team to speak up about what could go wrong, because their early warning could save you from disaster. Identifying risks is an ongoing process. According to leading consulting firms, you should scan both internal and external domains. What operational inefficiencies, talent gaps, or technological constraints could hurt you internally? Externally, look at the competitive landscape, regulatory changes, and economic shifts. Identify financial risks such as funding gaps, cash flow, volatility, and investment uncertainties. By casting a wide net, you ensure you're not blindsided by threats you never considered. Once you've identified risks, it's time to evaluate and prioritize them. Don't just list them randomly. Build a risk matrix ranking each by its potential impact and the probability it will happen. Ask yourself, could this risk crush our finances? How likely is it to occur? How quickly would negative effects hit us? What are the long-term implications, and what resources would we need to address it? If a risk scores high on impact and probability, it should jump to the top of your list. By adopting a structured assessment process, you transform risk from a vague worry into a manageable strategic tool. Now let's talk about mitigation strategies. Risk mitigation isn't about eliminating threats entirely. You'll never achieve that. Instead, it's about building organizational resilience through proactive actions. Start with anticipatory planning. Develop scenarios and contingency frameworks so you know what to do when things go sideways. Continuous monitoring means keeping an eye on key risk indicators in real time so you can act before problems snowball. Flexible response mechanisms let you adapt intervention strategies on the fly, and balanced resource allocation ensures you have financial buffers for unexpected challenges. Finally, encourage knowledge sharing across your organization so everyone is aligned on what to watch for and how to respond. Some strategic risk reduction techniques can make a huge difference. For example, diversify your revenue streams so you're not reliant on a single source of income. Maintain lean operational structures that can pivot quickly. Build robust financial reserves to weather storms, develop strong networks and partnerships to gain support and insights, and invest in scalable, adaptable technology infrastructure to stay ahead of the curve. By approaching risk as a strategic opportunity rather than a threat, you transform challenges into competitive advantages. Market research is another powerful tool in your risk management arsenal. It's not just about collecting data, it's about transforming uncertainty into strategic, organized intelligence. Comprehensive research digs into customer insights, competitive landscapes, industry trends, and regulatory environments. When you understand what your customers want, what your competitors are doing, where your industry is heading, and what regulations might change, you can make smarter decisions. Market intelligence helps you validate product market fit, anticipate resistance, identify pivot opportunities, develop targeted marketing strategies, and build resilient business models. Effective market research reduces costly mistakes and improves your chances of sustainable growth. Real-world examples show how powerful risk management can be. Look at Dropbox. They invested in robust cybersecurity protocols before scaling, protecting user trust and ensuring safe growth. Airbnb built comprehensive insurance models to mitigate property damage risks, turning potential disaster into a controlled risk. Stripe created flexible payment infrastructure to manage transaction risks, and Slack continuously monitored communication technology changes, staying adaptable in a fast-moving sector. These companies didn't avoid risk, they embraced it strategically, and that made them stronger. So what lessons can you take from these success stories? First, prioritize continuous learning and market intelligence. The world changes fast and you need to keep up. Second, build flexible, technological and operational frameworks so you can pivot when necessary. Third, develop multiple revenue streams to reduce financial vulnerability. Fourth, create robust contingency plans and scenario planning mechanisms. And finally, maintain a culture of transparency and proactive problem solving. Real resilience comes not from ignoring uncertainty, but from embracing it with a plan. If you're feeling overwhelmed by all this talk of financial market and operational risks, you're not alone. Many founders struggle to identify and reduce the threats that could slow or sink their business. But imagine having a tool that helps you uncover hidden dangers, prioritize solutions, and turn uncertainty into a real advantage. That's exactly what siift was built to do. Meet siift, your founder's compass for risk management. With siift, you get step-by-step support, personalized feedback, and clear next actions so you can assess risks, respond faster, and build smarter. Stop guessing and start making confident moves. Join siift now to access actionable insights and build your foundation for long-term success. Don't leave your venture's fate to chance. Embrace risk management today and let siift guide you towards a resilient, thriving business. Remember, every risk tells a story, and listening to those stories can change your future. Every risk tells a story, and listening to those stories can change your future.